It's almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Moreau, the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now. It's almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Moreau, the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now.
Hello, everybody watching us online. Hey, Cleo, we see you in the chat. And
hey, Cleo.
Hello, anybody who's catching us on the replay. Thanks for sticking beside us on this long season that need to be over of love, not Love and Hip Hop. Real Housewives of Atlanta.
You done gave it Love and Hip Hop, child.
A lot of these shows are going down. A lot of these shows that was once good, like Housewives of Atlanta, like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, they're dwindling down. I don't know if it's COVID or, it seemed like it was happening like a little bit before COVID. It seemed like
it was on a slow slope, rolling downhill. It was definitely rolling downhill.
I just don't like how the show's being produced. I feel like they're overly shading the Atlanta cast when they don't do that on Beverly Hills. They don't do that on the other ones. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong? But it seemed like production really be shading the Atlanta girls a little bit more.
Well, they said production was the shadiest this season.
Production was very shady. And at the reunion, I've never seen so many cutaways and effects. And you cutting to the birds every time Drew says something. Y'all never do that at the reunion. To me,
yeah, that was horrible. Poor Drew.
To me, that's disrespectful. And Drew should feel some type of way.
I wonder, does she feel some type of way? Because Drew just be sitting there like,
I don't know if it's hitting Drew or I don't know, but she talked about some of her embarrassment, but the way production embarrasses her, it just makes you seem like you're the joke of the show, but we'll get into
it. They want to join in on a gaslighting party, like, we're going to gaslight.
Like y'all, everybody's mentally abusing this girl. Like she's being gaslit by production, she's being gaslit by Andy and her husband and the cast.
She's like, I'm going to work, I'm getting gaslit, I'll come back home.
Like y'all mistreating her too. Like, but we'll get into it. I feel like she plays into it, and that's why a lot of people don't have sympathy for her. So the episode opens off with the continuation of the pity party. Hey, Ray.
Hey, Ray.
So we're continuing the pity party from last week. When I was 10 years old, I was going in and out of people's house, sleeping on the floor and
on the mattress.
I got kicked out of the house, and I went to the house. They had a nice driveway, and they kicked me out and had to be on the streets. We listened to that for like 30 minutes last episode, and now we got to continue the pity party. And Andy is eating it up. He's
like, Andy's like, I can't believe it. Like,
I don't think the girls was eating it up, but everybody was silent during that time.
I think Sanya was, but the ultimate shade queen, my girl Kenya, where she was like, "Can you pass me a tissue?" Andy, are you moved? No, my nose is cold.
I'm happy that Kenya stood up in that moment and just didn't buy the bull crap because I
I
felt
thought she was falling for it. I was like, Kenya, because she was like, pass me the tissue, and she seemed like, she was getting a little choked up.
I think she was ready for it to be over, and then she was like, "There's an echo, so I don't know if you have any other devices on."
No,
some of them tabs off. I don't hear it now. So I just feel like she was ready for the conversation to be over. We done had this pity party with Marlo for I don't know how long, and she asked Andy, "Can we move? Can we move on to the next thing?" Hey, Sweet Pea.
Hey.
The same mattress as Phaedra and Apollo? No, because there was messing around on theirs, so she wasn't sleeping on that one.
Oh, she's talking about the mattress that Phaedra used to go down to Apollo's trajectory apartment, and
I mean, you don't really need much when you're trying to get to what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do something, you don't
right.
Really
She's like,
you don't need a bed. You just,
You say you don't need no bed to spread them legs.
Cleo said it needed to be said, cut the crap, Marlo. And what Kenya said made sense that she was doing damage control, because that's really what she was doing, was a whole lot of damage control, and they gave her too much time on this. They talk about her break-in with in her home, and I talked to y'all before about Atlanta celebrities getting broken into. It's an epidemic. So a lot of these celebrities here in Atlanta have been getting their houses broken into and getting robbed on the streets.
But do you feel that Marlo should have joined in on that conference call that Kenya was trying to coordinate to get some more information to provide the ladies with so they can better protect themselves?
She could have, but maybe her mind wasn't in that place, because when someone robs you, like that's an emotional, or tries to break in, that's an emotion. It affects your mind. It affects your safety. I remember one time my apartment got broken into. After that, I kept running to the door to make sure I checked the door like 10 times before I go to bed, or it just, I couldn't.
It's just a feeling of violation, and you feel like they're watching you, like someone is like, oh, they're there, they could get in. Like they got in before, they can get in again.
Right, but a lot of these celebrities been getting hit up because sometimes, especially if the celebrity doesn't live there full time, like Erica Mena got her stuff. She's not a celebrity, but she got her stuff broken in. Drew says she had an incident. Candy had an incident. Anila from Married to Medicine had an incident.
Yeah, that was horrible. And Anila had some nice counters.
Oh, Mariah Carey house got hit up.
Not Mariah.
Mariah Carey has a house in Atlanta that was hit up. And a few other celebrities have gotten their houses broken into.
It's just, it's just not safe for anyone out here. Like,
yeah, I mean, you just gotta carry something with you, at all times, especially in the house. Make sure you got some.
Yeah, but I don't want to be cooking down to the kitchen just strapped up. I'm be down there flipping my pancake, checking my holster. Like, did I hear something?
But they're hitting like the places that are known to have money. So if you move to a place that's more, I guess, less populated, maybe you'll be better off. But a lot of places that are getting hit up are like,
so they're going to the affluent areas
areas to get, to get those rich folks.
Yeah, but that's just dangerous. That's real dangerous.
Yeah, Anila got hers, but I don't feel bad for
Hey, just simply.
Sierra got hers.
Hey there.
Sierra from Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah, Sierra from Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, she wanted to move. I guess her and her fiance were just bought a house, and the house was fairly new. I think they didn't even move into the house yet fully, and they robbed it.
Well, even now, like ever since I got broken into, I don't like moving during the daytime. I like, if I buy something expensive, I don't bring it in the house during the day. I like wait till nighttime, and then maybe that's hood mentality, but hey, you gotta do
let me smuggle this in. This is being smuggled.
This in my own house that I
right.
this.
And it's sad that you have to live like this. What is this world coming to? It's so sad.
Like anything big that I purchase, I chop the box up before I put. Do not throw a whole box. Like if you buy a TV, don't throw the whole box outside. Chop it up, put it in your trash bag before you put it out, so don't nobody know what you brought in your house. Don't put a whole TV.
I'm like, wow, because I'm looking at my boxes now because I got like 4 big boxes. I'm like,
chop them up.
I'm about to after I take out, the contents, I'm going to break these boxes down and rip them up into small pieces,
It's annoying, but anytime I have to buy something big, I just always chop them up because you never know who's watching. This
is true. This is true. You just don't know.
It's a lot of bums out here that don't want to go to work and don't know how to work, so... Then they talk about Marlo giving up her kids, and she talked about her past, about her being given up, that sad story. I wish I had a violin, that she was given up because I guess she was getting too much attention. I think it was more to the story of why she kept.
They were trying to, and so was Andy. I think Andy was trying to pull something out of Marlo. I don't know if it's there or not, but he was trying to allude to maybe like something physically happening to her and just trying to, it seemed like he was just looking for one of those moments. Like, what else? Did anything? Like, it was like, he was just trying to pull out one of those moments, and I wasn't feeling that. Hey, Mims.
Hey, Mims, thanks for joining us. And he says, I've been robbed like 3 times. I agree with him. Don't advertise for burglars. Yeah. Don't show people what you have. It's not important that people know what you have. Just like the rapper who got killed in LA.
That's horrible.
It's horrible, and this is not the first case that I've heard of somebody posting their location and.
Yeah, and I think his girlfriend, and not to blame her for what happened, but girl, you should know a little bit more better than that, because like people are following you because of who you are dating. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to get to somebody, I'm not going to follow them directly. I'm going to follow their significant other, their family member, their friend, who they always be with. Because 8 times out of 10, if I find them, I'm going to find you. You understand? So people are smart. People are trying to be slick. And that's just horrible. It's like...
Mel says the only way to pull something out of Marlo is to swipe her Square reader.
If they going to stop mentioning that girl Square reader.
I feel like Andy wasn't doing a good job hosting. I don't know if he was doing a lot of reunions back to back, but that's what I heard was going on, is he was doing a lot of reunions back to back, but it just seemed like his energy wasn't there. It seemed like he wasn't focused. He didn't answer the question.
But he's been getting a little slow. Ever since he became a full silver fox, because before it was like a salt and pepper. Now he got the what's his friend name? He's looking like him, and ever since then he's becoming a little like he's not on point as he used to be.
So we're gonna move forward to Drew and her gaslighting. Being gaslit by production, and they did a whole movie about Ralph gaslighting her, and they asked her how she felt about it, and
that was funny.
It was okay. I mean, I just feel like I wasn't amused by any of the reunion at all.
No, not the reunion. It was funny how she didn't know what the gaslit was, and she was just like, no.
I think she was acting. She's a smart woman. I think she was acting like she didn't know, to try to ease some of that embarrassment. But I think she was acting.
Maybe because, you got to stop acting slow like this, because people really start to believe this.
I think she does. She's one of those people that they said turn on when the cameras are on, and they say that she's different on camera than she is off camera.
I know she's very nasty in person. I think I met her.
Really?
You met her? 34th Street. This was a while ago. It was a while ago. It was right off the cuffs of her sleeping with Darwin from the game. It was right, and she had her little shadow. I think she had a single out.
Oh, she was popping then. She was more popular.
Yeah, she had a single out at the time, because I was downtown shopping and I had ran into her, and I was like, oh my God, Drew Sidora. She's like, and I was like, I know, because I would yank her, like, because I used to like to fight, but I was like, oh, but she was very nasty, very nasty.
Nasty and so rude.
She was so nasty. It's so rude.
Andy is the mother of 2. He's tired.
Right.
I don't know if you try to get another host because and the host wasn't hosting to me. He did not answer the questions that need to be asked. He did not press the issues that needed to be pressed. And when he didn't press, who wrote on the
who
wrote on the note that Candy was sucking D in the locker room? That was a big moment of contention for the entire season. And he let that go too easily for me. And I'm like,
and I think Marlo, that was Marlo's whole agenda. She was like, I'm going to play, the desperate orphan, and they're not going to ask me this, because I really think she wrote it. Like you said, it's between her and Trey.
Marlo wrote it.
But when they asked who wrote it, she's looking like, I be damned. I just said my sob story. I'd be damned to admit this. But I wanted to know.
That should have been addressed. We over here talking about Marlo 10-year-old past when we need to be talking about who wrote that at that event. This was one of the worst reunions. I'm disappointed in this season. I really am. The looks,
the questions was horrible. The fashions was horrible. Like
y'all didn't get at the beginning of this season. Y'all was making it seem like this is gonna be the best season ever. We're bringing it. You never seen Marlo like this before, and Drew was doing her thing, and Kenya. Well, I liked Kenya this season, but Kenya was kind of boring too.
Kenya was kind of boring, but we discovered Drunk Kenya, and I'm glad we discovered
Drunk Kenya was funny.
Drunk Kenya, because I want to hang out with Drunk Kenya. I like Drunk Kenya.
Ray says Drew be lying too much to believe the obvious. Sanya made that known. Did you confront her about it, Mace? About what? What was we talking about when you wrote that? What was we talking about?
Not about
Drew. I think she was talking about Drew when you met Drew.
Oh no, I was just like, she was real. She was like real nasty, and I was just like, girl, you are not all that. That's what no one likes you.
She was probably feeling herself at that time because she was more popular back then.
Yeah, because she had her shade. Like, I don't even, where's my glasses? How she did me. She had her shades on, and I was like, oh wow, it's Drew Sidora, because she had her song. It was and I was like, she turned around and tipped her nose and was like girl,
why is she doing you like that?
I know, because I know she doing me like that because I ain't no bum. Like, girl, we in the same store. Like,
you know what? I said Drew is a smart woman, but I take it back. Because she was looking stupid this episode. I take all of that back. But I feel like she has some sense somewhere. But she don't utilize it. I don't know. She pick and chooses when she wants to utilize, her intelligence, wherever she stores it or wherever. But we move on to someone, a fan called in or wrote in and talked about, asked Marla how her edges were doing. She said her edges is doing good thanks to Kenya more hair care.
But see, she had the edge transplant, Mm-hmm. That's some serious business, because when you lose your edges due to ripping out and like constantly putting on the lace front or whatever like that, and I'm so glad. Like, I lost a couple before, but I really lose my edges with box braids. When I put box braids in, I pull them back. Like, I'm like bozo for at least 3 to 6 months, like straight bozo.
But don't you separate your edges from the rest of the braids?
No, I don't want to edge bang. Like. I don't want. No, you want to catch all that, because my hair grows like very close to the like a monkey chief. It grows like very close to the, like, my eyebrows. My hairline comes down really long, but I want to braid all that. I want to pull me up. I want to look like a Chinatown. Pull me up.
Says, the reunion part 2 was lackluster, and it was like let's clean up LaToya's image. Is her name LaToya? I think LaToya might have been her street name, or maybe when she was on the streets. You know what I mean? When she was in and out of people's homes.
That could have been her alias.
Mm-hmm. She could have probably went under LaToya, and she, when she was getting arrested, she probably acted like, "Oh, I lost my license," and then she gave a fake name.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they do. Gutter snipe behavior. So. Just simply says, yes, Andy wasn't a good host at all. Anytime the conversation got deep, he was like, let's move on. He literally was campaigning for Marno, like she was saying, yeah. He was eating up Marlo's story. I don't know if it's due to...
I think we will see Marlo back in the same capacity next. I think so, because Andy, the way Andy was sitting there capping for her, Andy was, really, he was blocking the heat from her a lot. Like,
Mills, you stupid. He said Block wrote that on the note about Kenya sucking D.
Right, Block probably wrote that, slipped that in there.
No, I really do believe it was Marno. It was Marno. Cleo says, drunk Kenya is my kind of girl.
Right.
And we talked about you. You should have slapped Drew. You should have slapped Drew for what she said.
And the way she tipped her glasses down, like, she tipped her glasses down and looked over like, girl, no. She was like, girl, bye.
No, I would have been like, I've been disrespected by better. You're not gonna come up to me.
I was like, I know she did, because she must not know. I will take this Jimmy Choo off and clock her upside her head. Like, and then they was rushing her to rushing her out. And I was like, she's not even a big star like that. The only reason I know her is because she slept with Derwin.
And for Kenya Moore's hair care, let me know how it's going, because I've been hearing that it does work. And
I'm going to CVS. The next time I go to my therapy on Thursday, I'm going to head down to CVS and go to the CVS care counter and see if they have Kenya Moore hair care. And I'm going to rub some on my follicles and see if I go from thin to thicker.
You can go from Bozo to Pocahontas in a minute.
Right. You never know.
So I say try it. She does have a product in stores, that's not copied from other people. She has her own product. So we want to go out and support people who have their own product in their own name, and they're not putting.
And Marlo did say it worked.
Marlo said it worked, and other people have said that it works. I've heard that from multiple people. So, I don't have an edge issue yet, but if I do, I might go and get me some. All women have been invited back next season, unfortunately.
See, I knew.
In my heart, I don't want to believe that.
I want Phaedra back. I want Candy to.
I'm giving up on Phaedra. I'm giving up on Phaedra.
I want Phaedra to come with that blonde wig. I want her to keep that old nasty blonde wig on and come on down to the Housewives. And I want her to be blonde for the whole season.
The only person that I know for a fact that was confirmed was Candy, because she said on her show that she got hers. But if everybody's coming back, I'm just like, I don't know.
I like Candy. But I'm like Candy. I'm tired. Like,
I don't mind Candy. I don't mind Candy on the show. Like, people
I'm tired.
I don't mind Candy. I think we need something else. I think we need, like I said, a fresh face that's not a celebrity, that's in Atlanta, from Atlanta, not people from Jamaica, not people from LA, somebody from Atlanta, because we're losing the Atlanta part of it.
Right.
It's becoming just Black celebrity housewives. It's not Atlanta no more. We need some Atlanta people in here. So we need that gutter snipe, somebody on the other side of the tracks. We need some of that. We're missing that.
And I want them to be a wife.
And that's another thing we're missing on Love and Hip Hop is the Atlanta. Y'all are mixing everybody in, and it's just not Atlanta no more.
Yeah, at this point, it's like a Love and Hip Hop mix.
It's just like a compilation.
It's a mix. It's like the Checkers mix when you make it and they put it in the microwave. That it's a mix.
I do believe Portia's coming back, but because they said she was getting $5 million, so I don't know if that's true or not. I do believe Portia is coming back.
Yeah, and I need her to come back and bring Simon. I got to see what Simon doing.
Sanya do not need to come back. She do not need to come back. Ray Ray says, ain't no Kenya Moore haircut at CVS in Cali. Must be a chitlin circuit. Maybe that was out of stock when you went. Maybe that was out of stock.
I want to check, because if I gotta walk 2 blocks to the CVS from my destination and there's no Kenya Moore hair care, I think I'm gonna call before I get there. We should call now.
No, maybe you could order it online.
No, you can't. I tried to. I tried to
order it.
I tried to order it online. You know me. I don't like to go outside anyway. I tried to order it online, and it was like you only could buy it in store.
Kenya is not selling it on her website.
I don't know if she got an exclusive deal where it's exclusive to CVS, because sometimes when you go into these partnerships, sometimes they make you take it off your site. Like, we're going to carry this.
Let me see if it's on Amazon.
I didn't see it on Amazon.
Let me see. They sell everything on Amazon. They have it on Amazon.
Oh yeah, let me see.
They have it on Amazon.
Wait, all right. I see it now. I see the I only see one bottle.
They have the growth repair shampoo, and I see like a brush.
A little brush. I see a growth repair shampoo, and that's it.
Is that pink one? Is that Kenya Moore, or is that not Kenya?
No, that's not Kenya Moore.
I guess that's all you need is the growth shampoo, just to get the edges going.
I guess I thought she had some type of grease. You know, I see them little purple jars with the silver tops. You know, that's what I want.
Maybe you have to go in stores for that, but they sell a little bit of Kenya Moore on Amazon. But I'm sure somebody just bought a bunch of it and is selling it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into because it's $21. I'm like, girl, are you that good? For that little bottle, that bottle is, but
they said it works. They said it works.
Wow.
So guys, find what works for you.
I do definitely want to try it though.
Just simply says, I need to get some Kenya Moore hair care. I mean, she does have a valid product out here.
And then at least she has hair.
And she does have hair, and she
does have hair, because when you try to sell me some don't try to sell me no hair products and you got no wig.
So
sell me hair products for my wig.
We continue with Ralph and the embarrassment that she got from the relationship that she had with Ralph on the show. I don't even know. A lot of people say that they've been faking it the whole time.
They've been faking what? Like
the whole storyline. They said it's fake. How about a lesbian couple? I'm waiting. Did they do that? They did that with Kim. Kim, you remember when Kim was lesbian? Kim was lesbian for a minute. She was lesbian. She was. If y'all been on Atlanta, if you've been watching Atlanta for a while, you know that she was in the back with Tracy, DJ Tracy, and her kids was in the living room, and she was in the back licking box. You remember? That was the whole thing.
First of all, I don't think
right, Shady, ATL native, and that is rich. Yes.
Kim was laid back with her legs up. She wasn't licking nothing. But DJ Tracy.
I want them to cast Queen Kaya. I feel like I'm being baited.
Oh, listen. Yes, please. Please.
I love Kaya, but Kaya would be better for like Love and Hip Hop. She would.
I could see Kaya on Love and Hip Hop.
Kaya would be way better on Love and Hip Hop. I can see her fighting Akbar and somebody, But
I can just see
not with them gold teethers. You're not gonna be on Housewives of Atlanta with them gold teethers.
No, but Love and Hip Hop now. See, this would be something. If Mona Scott is smart, she could wrench down to Kaya and get her on the Love and Hip Hop, because then eventually her and Trina could be in the same room, because the affiliated brands, and this could come together. So you got Kaya from she's originally from, she's originally from, I think, Philly. She's from Philly. She's born in Philly.
In Tampa.
No, she's born in Philly, moved to Tampa. She's born in Philly, moved to Tampa, but now she's residing in the A. So now we can have the A and I think this would be a good idea, because. But the girl's gonna be there fighting. Kaya mouth.
Reality, so
Kaya mouth, like you can't put her, you can't censor her. That woman's mouth.
Yeah, I think Cleo is saying send the New York people from Love Hip Hop back to New York. Y'all coming down here for cheaper houses, making our houses go up. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, because now I'm like, I was trying to move down there. God darn.
Everybody moving down here, y'all making our prices go up. Now we finna pay New York.
It's like, now the block is hot. Like,
Y'all can go. Go to New Orleans. Atlanta. Y'all need to stop. We full.
Now we ain't going down to New Orleans. New Orleans be having too many floods and rain.
Okay, so we can't do. Well, Charlotte. They said Charlotte is the new Atlanta. Go to Charlotte or go to Houston. They said they the new Atlanta. So go over there. We full.
He's like, sit them home. You stopping people at the railroad tracks. You stopping them at the airports. Like,
we are full. We're at capacity. Rent is too high. We suggest Houston. We suggest Charlotte. I would say Jackson, but they don't have clean water. But make sure y'all go check the other places out. Kenya is selling her products on her website. That's what she said. Hey, Sunshine.
Hey, Sunshine. So I'm gonna definitely order some of her products. I think I'm gonna order some this week. So when I peel this wig back, I'm gonna massage it in my edges and see what it do.
Beyonce can sell us like crayons, and we gonna buy it. We gonna buy it.
No.
We gonna buy it. I just want her to go. They said her new single. Like, since you want to bring up Beyonce, let's talk about Beyonce. Since you want to bring her up. They said her new single is going to be Church Girl, and it's supposed to be released this week or soon.
See, I feel that Church Girl song, I love it. I love that.
I love the Church Girl song, but I feel like you spoiled us before by giving us the visuals at the time of the release of the album. So we kind of expect that. And by you...
I need to get there and direct her video because I see the video starting off with someone in a choir robe playing the organ, as they're doing this. And then when the beat drops, the robe drops. And they're in the church. And it's like a lot of this popping, and they giving this.
These pastors been trying to disrespect Beyonce, so I feel like she gonna come out swinging.
Yeah, I think that would be, if she films it in the church, and then you have like the older church ladies on one side.
Y'all can't find Kenya Moore hair care? Sunshine says, I was disappointed not to find Kenya Moore's products
in CVS
in Detroit. However, they said it was only 5,000 stores, so maybe on the next deal. Okay,
well, it's probably not in my local CVS as well. I'm gonna call before I check, but I'm definitely gonna order some of her products.
Well, that's what I said. The best way to probably get it is if it's not in the store near you, is to probably get it online.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely order it online, but I do want to call the store to see if it's if it's in stock or will they be getting it in stock? Because if it's not in the stores, how are we supposed to buy it? Kenya gotta put her foot down on this.
I mean, Kenya's always had hair. But they said her products works for thickness and fullness. I wish Kim and DJ Tracy happy Pride every year.
Right, that's it. Because DJ Tracy
was her. You remember when she dumped her?
Yeah, that
to get with that rich guy that she's with. No, she dumped her for the guy she's with now,
Croy. Because when Croy was in the beginning, this is when she met him at the celebrity, not the real celebrity.
When they met, right?
They was at the C Celebrity dance contest, like dancing with the C celebrities, and they were dancing with the celebrity, and and she had the tight butt. Sheree was Sheree. Sheree was dancing there, and she saw Croy with his tight ass, and was like, she had to have a piece of that.
Ray says, Kim don't count. I mean, an authentic lesbo. DJ Tracy was authentic lesbo.
She was, but Kim wasn't.
DJ Tracy was lesbo. Let's be clear. They was licking and doing what they do.
They probably was, but Kim wasn't really into it. That's what I'm saying. DJ Tracy was giving all out. Like, she was ready to pay the mortgage. She's a hardworking lesbian. You can see that.
Kids.
That's that type of lesbian that you need in your life. That's the type of lesbian that's going to pay your bills. They're going to make sure the kids, the kids is straight and taking the kids to school. So
they said Nene didn't have any back teeth the first season, but they're done now. They're done.
They're done.
Let me go back on Peacock and watch the first season to see if she don't have no teeth.
She did. She did. The sides, but she had her little purple tunic. I'm
gonna go back and watch it because
but her side, she had all the front, and when she smiled real wide and she throw it back it was definitely an area missing. I don't know if it was on the right or the left, but
that
it was
before the years. But I like authentic Nene, even though she was petty and childish. I feel like she wasn't as full of herself as she is now.
Right. I like when Nene was dumb. Remember how she couldn't even help her son with the homework? She had to go to Greg. That's the Nene I like.
I mean, she was a stripper. She wasn't in school. I mean,
but she said she went to college. She's college.
You could go to college for one day and say I went. A lot of people.
I think she didn't she graduate.
Why was she on College Hill trying to go on there with Stacey Dash?
No, that was just the money. They ain't there to
She didn't finish. I don't think she finished.
Well, I don't. Yeah, well, but she could have met Greg. In the middle of her. Like the kid school. I found the old man.
Let me tell you what I heard on the streets in Atlanta. From what I heard, Greg was married when she met him in the strip club to another woman.
Oh,
and that woman was working in the healthcare industry, and she know people that I heard from. So they said that Greg was not separated, not divorced, but actually married.
So this is a repeat offense for Wendy, for Nene allegedly. She doesn't close her leg to marry men.
They've always been open for married men because Greg
allegedly.
I don't want to speak on the dead, but that's what I heard. So
this could be, a reason for why those children had that resentment for Mrs. Leaks.
That's also a reason why, probably because they feel like she took their dad away from their mom.
It's always some kids getting mad because they daddy go. If your mama couldn't keep your daddy, that's your mama for. Don't get mad at me.
As a woman, if this man is married, because a lot of men that come into the strip club are married. Let's be clear.
Yeah, but that's not. But if he in the strip club and he over here and girl, you better keep your man in line. That's what you better do, girl.
That's what they said.
That's why I couldn't control my husband from being down in the DMs with the prostitute. A man is going to do what a man going to do, and he either going to stay or go. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to either in the words of Tamar's mother, if you're not going to do nothing about him, let him cheat in peace.
Let's get into Martell conveniently calling while they're sitting there, filming. To me, another staged moment, another moment where I was rolling my eyes like, oh my God, I hope we don't say nothing because I know next season is gonna be cloud, and it's just already annoying. I'm sick of this already.
They should have ran this. I think they should have did this the last 2 episodes back to back and just
ended it. This just needs to be off. Just cut it off. We get into Sanya sob story, and then we get into Kenya's game that she had at her party. I don't want to talk about Sanya and her storyline about having a baby. Who cares? So the party that Kenya had at the baby shower, I was thoroughly pissed off when they played the clip of the party. They asked Kenya why did she have those questions, and you know why? Production wanted her to be shady, so she was shady. So
right.
Let's not beat around the bush here. But what really irritated me is that Andy did not press the issue about who wrote that Candy was in the locker room, because that was so specific.
Yeah, because you in the locker room, you done heard
in
something
room, what locker room? At the locker room.
But Candy did say that she was dealing with, I believe, a Atlanta Falcon before. Is it that the
was she down there at the Atlanta Falcons locker room, second D?
This is what I'm saying, because they want to have to be more specific.
Okay, in the Atlanta streets, it is out there that Candy has been around town. It is. I've heard it. But if that's your friend, you don't bring up your friend whole past.
Right. And then the locker room, like you said, it's so specific. It's you did it in a locker room. So I hope this wasn't a regular high school locker room. I hope this was a professional team's locker room.
And then you said it at a kids' party, and it was
right
kids there. And it wasn't a good look. And nobody owned up to what was said, and Andy did not press the
and
issue.
he let it go, and I think he let it go because he knew Marlo said it, and after Marlo had just gave her little violin story, and everybody's like, like, now you're going to say some shady stuff, now we're back on your head. So I think he was trying to avoid that moment for Marlo. But
it turned me off. Like, it made me
because I wanted to know, because that was specific. If you're going to say I was sucking some D in the locker room, you're going to have to tell me which locker room, girl. Like, who locker room was I in?
I think Candy knows who it is, but
she knows. And like I said, this has to be a professional sports locker room that she was in, that this must have been a rumor about, because Candy did take it like, real light, like whatever.
Let's get into Mim says you don't bring up nobody's injured son and their whole daughter.
Portia was a fool for that one. You know what we need to do? You know what, Mims? You should probably do that on your channel. Put the quotes up and have your people guess who said this. Who said that? Like, have play a game. Who said that? Because when Portia repeated that, you don't talk. So she said something about your injured son and your whole daughter, and it was just so funny because I put that right away. Like,
that Nene would be Tricks if she was in Players Club.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she would be, because I don't see nobody spending no whole lot of money. Like, I would shoot her $2 or $3, but that's not. She's not the main. She's
right. She coming out like, when they say there's some hoes in this house.
She's not Mercedes. She's not Miss Mississippi.
No, she's definitely not.
And I don't know what strip club that was, because I saw her back in the day, and she wasn't that cute back in the day.
But back in the day, strip clubs didn't call for a lot of work, because I went to a lot of strip clubs, and they're not doing it like right now. These strip clubs are entertainment. Like, girls are, they didn't do that. You did a little stiff walk around the pole. You did a little
It depended on the strip club.
And then you slid down. You slid down. Then you look behind you, and came back up. Like, it was more about the seductive. Like, you was just selling.
Frazier was sucking
in the eyes. That's what you were doing.
They said she was the head doctor, and she got the lips for it. So
what they called her, they was like, when they called her the head something, the head master,
the head doctor,
the head doctor.
I believe she is. I believe she know what she's doing.
Yeah, she does look like a professional. That's how she got Apollo.
That's how she got Apollo, because she wasn't that cute either, and she sucked Apollo in with them lips. And that's all I'm gonna say. He said that's the whole daughter comment. So then we get into Marlo and Kenya going back and forth, and then Kenya calls her LaToya Hutchinson. But then the producers immediately produce a birth certificate. It seemed like the producer was kind of on Marlo's side. I don't know why. But it seemed like the producers was on Marlo's team, and it was definitely not on Drew's team.
No, but I'm telling you, it's Andy with that sob story. When you tell, certain people of persuasion descent, some certain ones, like, you have this hard life or whatever, they will try to scoop you in like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And, and it would be like a little bit of a protection thing. Like, no. You don't say that about her. She was homeless when she was 10.
I think what Kenya was trying to do was trying to show who Marlo really is, because before there was a Remy Ma, there was Marlo. She was slashing people in the face before Remy Ma. She was cutting people before Remy.
Wait, let's be clear. Remy Ma I don't believe she slashed anyone.
She slashed someone. She did slash someone in the face. Was it 10,000? How many? How much? I don't know how much money it was. I think it was 10,000.
No, she didn't slash. It allegedly shot her in the stomach. It wasn't a slash.
Well, she did shoot somebody in the stomach.
Allegedly shot her in the stomach. Allegedly.
Didn't she slash somebody too?
I don't recall a slashing.
But Marlo got more mugshots than Kaya, and wanted to sit over there acting like she don't know where these charges came from. I did hear that Marlo slashed somebody, and I heard that she was doing a lot of fraud
Oh yeah, Marlo. They said Marlo had took the shank to somebody's face allegedly.
But I can't. I really do believe that I remember Remy slashing somebody.
I don't know. She could have. I just don't recall.
Or was that Raw Ali? Because that was probably Raw Ali. Or maybe it was both of them. But
I don't know. I know she did was for shooting someone in the stomach. Like
she did shoot somebody in the stomach, and
that's why she was in prison for.
But I do believe she slashed somebody too. I could be wrong. But she got more mug shots than Kaya. Just about. She got about 4 or 5. Kaya got a little bit more, but I heard that too. That woman ended up taking her own life. Yeah, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm making that up. I feel like I heard that.
About what? So getting slashed? So slashing somebody?
About Remy Ma slashing somebody.
Yeah, she was slashed in the face. I know she got cut in the face. She had a scar.
Remy was slashed in her face and still has a scar on her lip. Well, she covers it up well.
Yeah, no, she was cut from, I don't want to mark myself, but from like a smile line.
Like a what?
Like a clown line. Like, okay, let me demonstrate my doll. You see how my doll mouth is right here like this? The cut was on the side of the mouth. Like from here.
Okay.
Like when they give you the $1.50, like, oh, that's what they would,
But y'all cut people in New York a lot.
Yeah, we carry blades in our mouth. We carry blades in our wig. Like that was in the night. Like I'm lucky. I'm very lucky to be scathed that didn't get cut in the face. I'm one because a lot of friends and a lot of girls that I know my age, everybody has that scar. Everybody has that scar up the side of their face and on the.
It's rough. Ooh.
Has that scar, and I'm lucky that I avoided no face, especially when you're attractive, when you're pretty. They would cut your face. You would get cut face, and then especially in the 90s when the blood started getting rampant up here in New York, and everybody was a blood, and everybody wanted to join a type of a gang. They had a lot of slashings going on. Like people would just randomly, you'll be standing outside going to the bodega and come back, next thing, and a lot of times you don't feel it because it don't hurt when they cut. So they're just feeling their face. It's crazy.
They said that the girl that Marlo permanently disfigured eventually unlifed herself.
Oh wow.
And we sitting over here trying to have a pity party for Marlo. That's the part that I really can't stand.
Yeah, that's a hard thing. Like especially with a woman and your face and like
you probably a lot of times when they slash you, like you said, it is a prettier person, so they want to cut that thing that makes you feel,
Yes, especially like if you was a pretty girl, like in the hood and in the early 90s or whatever like that, they were trying girls, the ugly girl, because the ugly girls are always evil, they always mean. They would try to that would be the first.
I think Brett slashed somebody too.
No, I think she bust somebody upside the head with a bottle.
No, but I think she slashed somebody. I think I remember that.
On the yard or out?
She did time. She did a little bit of time.
But I thought the time was for the bustage upside the head.
She did bust somebody at the bottle. She did.
Because she still owe restitution to this person. That's when she was sitting there capping for, like, girl, go pay your restitutions. Like, girl.
Remy Ma and MJB got slashed in the NYC streets. I do know Mary J.
Yeah, like I said, everybody my age, like in between the 40s and 50, between 40 and 50, a lot of people I know, like, they have that mark, have that scar in their face.
Y'all not gonna be slashing my face.
But this was I'm telling you, this was like you going to grab your newspaper from outside. Girls getting slashed in the face
for no reason.
At least once a day.
Because you're jealous of how somebody look, you slashing.
It could be jealousy. It could be people wanting to fight you, just stupid. Like people were fighting. You're fighting for no reason. Like people fighting for stupid things, and then they want to scar you for because it was like who's the baddest, who's going to do the most damage. That was when you had that rep around there that you're going to do the most damage. A lot of people didn't want to try you and whatever. And especially where I grew up, if anybody know like where Forest Projects is, I grew up like right around there, like Forest Projects, like. So in the Bronx, like so yeah, it was like I'm lucky that I got scathed and I don't have no marks.
Mim says, what do y'all think about the rumor that Sheba Sheen is a middle school dropout and she got pregnant and never went back to school?
I think she needs to go back to school, and they need to start a show talking about she goes to school. And it could be she's back to school or something like that, and where she can further her education and get at least her GED, and maybe she could be on the next season of College Hill with Nene.
She got to pass high school first.
That's what I'm saying. She could get her GED. This could be a show. They could parlay this into a show, because I could tell the way Sheree even speaks. Like she's like unsure of herself sometimes. Like,
but if I can say this, I can see it. I can see this being true because she has no skills. She doesn't know how to add. She doesn't have any business sense. She doesn't have a lot of common sense. She makes bad decisions in her relationship. She makes bad financial decisions. She don't pay nobody. So it's possible that she got knocked up by an older guy, while she was in middle school, and just was like, I'm just have his baby and just drop out because it's easy.
Stop, because he's like an older guy. All I hear is Claire. She got knocked up by Clarence Carter. Some old guy, some geezer that was riding around in a Cadillac, who just promised her a better life, but then left her rocking a baby. So she had to do what she had to do and get out there in them streets. And she ended up meeting a well-known football player. He had a wandering eye, but that didn't matter. She still wanted to go out there and live her dreams as a football player's wife. She needs to tell her life story. I just see all this happen. This all happened in my head, allegedly. Like,
let's talk about this messy queen that y'all brought on this show, and I use the term queen loosely. Anthony. I'm so sick of his messy behind being a major part of storylines on these shows, because this is not the first one. I think he was the one that was feeding Jackie from Basketball Wives.
Yeah, I'm like, he just gets around.
You just really messy all around, and you flip-flop. And I don't know why they deal with people like you, and you give other people a bad name when you go out there and you just be messy for no reason. Because I guess since everybody had their phone out, usually they have a rule at the reunion where you have to put your phone up or put it on silent. But everybody had their phones out because I guess they weren't really doing nothing. So they called Anthony. Well, Sheree calls Anthony because it was a point of contention between her and Drew if he was an assistant or not. And Drew was so believing everything that she was saying. You're believing everything that Anthony is saying, and you're looking stupid. This is why I took the fact that she's a smart woman, because she let Anthony make her look stupid this episode. Because it was brought up that Anthony was her assistant and he owes her money. So she called him, and I guess she had him on FaceTime. Mm-hmm. And asked him, like, were you ever my assistant? He admitted no. Do I owe you any money? No. So now all the stuff that he was feeding Drew, you got Drew all riled up, and you lying.
Right, because this is, at this point, it's like, who's the liar here?
He was playing both of them back and forth. And for him to call your husband gay and you still working with him,
this is what I'm saying. This is where it gets a little rocky, and I don't understand. For me, it's like, Drew, if this person really did Anthony even tell you that he was Sheree's assistant? Did he even tell you that Sheree owes some money, or did you just make this up? Because like you said, if someone sat there and say, not that being gay is anything's wrong with it, but my husband is not, and you are spreading these rumors about him, you understand? So why would I even still socialize with you or have anything to do with you, because you're a known liar? Because if you could say that about my husband, what can you say? You just making up lies, But
that's a really nasty rumor to come out with somebody's husband and they're married to a woman. So I don't know why Drew is still like believing everything he says, and he said he don't remember saying that. You probably did say that.
He could have, and Drew just ran with it. But Drew does look a whole fool. Like, you still, interacting with this person who said this about your husband, because he said it obviously to be derogatory. He didn't say it to say it, and he was saying it trying to be derogatory. He wasn't saying it like it was a fact or anything. He was saying it being mean.
I think he was just being messy.
Yeah, he was being messy by saying that.
Mem says he's in talks of doing an interview with Anthony, so we'll see. I will tune in to see, but it just seemed like he was playing both sides.
Yeah, and I want to know, please ask him, did he even tell Drew this? Because at this point, I don't believe a word Drew said.
And that's where the episode ends off. I mean, the episode was like blah, blah, blah to me.
Very, very lackluster. It was, it If they had brought Phaedra back, this reunion would have been so much
Phaedra, I mean, she was iconic, but I'm tired of that narrative. Let's bring.
So you just want to get rid of, if you can get rid of, let's see, we have Marlo, Candy, what's the other one? Sheree, Sanya, Drew, and Kenya. If you can get rid of 2 housewives, which 2 would you get rid of?
Well, I already said multiple times I would get rid of Sanya and Marlo.
And just keep the rest and probably bring in some new blood?
I say keep Marlo as a second guest character, as a guest. Bring Sanya as a guest, but she don't need to be a main. She do not need to be a main. I feel like it used to be a time when you used to have to earn your peach. Like you would start off as a friend to the show, and then you have to earn your way. Because Eva started off as the friend to the show. Then she came back next season with her peach. Other people started the same way. They start off as a friend, but you have to earn that spot. And I feel like they're starting off at the top, and they're not earning it, and you're not working for it.
Right. I think if Monietta had let us in a little bit more, she would have been like, I want to dig a little deeper in Monietta's story. I want to see about her and her new husband and, how she doing, with her tubes all out.
Her life is probably boring now that since she got rid of that drama, Neo. I don't know why y'all was letting him in y'all's, areas, but she got rid of him. That was her drama. It seemed like when you let go of Neo, it seemed like everything get better.
Yeah, but I want to learn a little bit more about her new husband. Her new husband looks a little interesting because he was here for all the drama. When they was down to the Jamaica at the table, he was with it.
Mace, you got the quacker?
Yes, we do.
We about to let people on and let us know how you feel about this season. Let us know how you feel about this lackluster episode. Anything that you want to say about anything so far that we discussed. So first person that we're going to bring up.
And we have a 2-minute time limit.
The first one we're going to bring up is Rantin. Hey, Rantin.
Hey, Rantin.
Hello, I gotta make it quick because I just started my life. This episode was boring. It was a way to try to backtrap Coochie Pop on a handstand to make us like LaToya. And let's be clear, her legal name before she changed it was LaToya Hutchinson. That goes all the way back to 2020 if you dig deep in the Google pages. Andy, if you don't want to do it no more, get somebody else to do it. They should have really dug deeper into who was talking about somebody sucking D in the locker room. I am sick of the quote-unquote beef that Drew and Sanya has. At this point, it don't matter if she want a baby, if she don't want a baby. She took the IUD out, so it doesn't matter what Drew said to her because she gonna have one if she want one. Right. I don't care no more. And let's be clear, for all of y'all no storyline, y'all need to hit the unemployment line. And the whole Anthony flipping on Drew to get with to go along with Sheree, it's obvious that Sheree finally paid him. Mm-hmm. Because his whole story throughout the season was she ain't paid me. And that was his story on that recording between Ralph and him. No storyline, hit the unemployment line. Part 3 better be better than part 2 or somebody getting cussed out. And that's all I got to say.
I don't expect nothing for part 3.
Thank you, Ranty. You got all that out pretty fast.
Okay, I got to go. Okay. I got people waiting on me. All right.
I just don't expect nothing moving forward. Just end the season. Just end it.
Yeah, just end it.
It's just not doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, I think they could have ran these 3 shows consecutively. They could have did it back to back.
I think also Bravo has added a lot of Housewives franchises, and Indy's hosted all of them, their reunions. So even the ones that are just on Peacock, he's doing those. Get somebody else to host. If you can't,
who can we get to host? Do you think I like Nicki Minaj when she hosted the little bit of time?
No.
Y'all don't want Nicki down to the reunion?
No, Nicki. We're gonna talk about Nicki on Wednesday.
There we go. Well, besides everything else that's going on, I think that she interviews well. I think she is very entertaining, speaking wise. Now, with her other mess, that is to be determined.
Nicki is a bully and she's childish.
But do you think she did a good job with Potomac?
I don't think that she was meant to be like a serious host. I think she was meant to bring a little bit of fun to the show.
But I think if she want to segue out of careers, I think that would be the that she could go to, because she seems very like
she's very biased and she's not fair. And I feel like I forget her name who hosts the Love Hip Hop reunions, but I feel like she would be a better host. Nina, she really gets to the core of what the issue is.
Yeah, Nina is a good host.
She's professional. She lets everybody say what they got to say, and she'll get back with you if she got to get back with you. So I prefer someone like her host.
Yeah, I think she would be a good host, but I think they do need either a black woman down to the hosting couch for the Atlanta Housewives. And they keep trying to drag Kim out of their butt. Like, can we keep one franchise all chocolate?
So what are you talking about?
Because on when I was watching Watch What Happens Live, it was Karamo on there along with Candy, and they were asking which housewife would Karamo like to see back. And the first one they pull out their butts is Kim. Leave Kim and DJ Tracy and Big Booty Croy over there. Like, leave them over there. Like,
not even Garcelle. I think it does. I feel like it needs to be a black woman hosting.
Yeah, I think a black woman would, do the
somebody fair, like
Nina. The whole station a little justice.
I think somebody fair, somebody who's not so biased, somebody who can, get their point across without making
right. And I want someone who is a fan, someone who has been watching from the beginning,
but
because you have to watch from the beginning so you can see how this all. Why is it the way it is? And if someone just gets thrown in and they don't know what's going on, like they don't even know what happened in season 2.
Bevy would be good. Bevy would be good.
Oh, Bevy Smith? Yeah. Yes. Oh, she is very nice. I met her a couple of times in person. I used to work with someone she used to work with, and she's very nice. She had a nice.
But Andy, if you're spread too thin, you're like Tyler Perry. You got to be on every reunion. Let somebody else do it. You can still take the credit. You can still be the producer. Because you're not obviously. I know what it's like when you're doing videos and you just want to finish it so you can be done, so you can go to sleep, and you gotta go do your groceries. You gotta cook, and it seemed like you had other stuff on your mind and you weren't really pressing the stuff that needed to be pressed, but you was harping on stuff that needed to be harped on.
Yeah.
So this last little part, I'm just ready for this part to be over. I'm not expecting it to give nothing. But I do want to go on to Married to Medicine and see the finish of the fight and the aftermath, because everybody Team Toya now. So, yeah.
I think Toya did her, she did her big one. She did her big one. She did her big one.
First time fighting. Y'all.
It was justified. I think Toya was justified.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear the whole black women narrative. Like, as black women.
Oh, please. People need to stop with that crap. Just, like, I don't want to hear that.
Somebody chest bumping me in my face.
Everybody fights, even the persuasion women, the Asian women.
They throw each other in the
pool. They all
and
fight. Everybody gets into it. It's not like in order you're downing another black woman. You're doing this.
Mim said, "I'm not never Team Toya." Well, I like Toya sometimes.
I'm not Team Toya, but Toya was justified. I think she was justified in this situation.
So we'll be back tomorrow to talk about the Medicine Girls. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you, Mills, for giving us some tea and some funny little bits tonight.
Yes, and don't forget to ask that man, did he really tell Drew?
Let me know, DM me, and let me know when you're doing it so I can try to be there on the lives, because I want to see what he says.
But you got to catch men, because I get my alerts, to catch him.
I feel like YouTube don't give me the alerts that I want, but they're always showing me people that I'm not even following.
Yeah, because I don't get the alerts half the time, because like I've been trying to catch Thick Girl live or whatever, but sometimes her times are a little off, and I'm doing stuff at the time that she goes live, and I don't get her alerts. I see a video up, and I'm like, I didn't get the alert, but she usually she inbox. But then I'm, busy or whatever. But I definitely have to get in. I caught Mims live today. It was really good.
What time was it?
It was about maybe 4 or 5, I think.
Should I just be getting
4 or 3?
I'll still be at work. But
yeah, it was a good live about Nicki Minaj and the Nosy Ho and Cardi B and Tasha K.
We're gonna share our opinions on that. Tasha K went off to Africa.
She's in Morocco, and you know she got. I think she renewed her vows. She's sitting. She got the all white on. You know, her husband.
She gotten down to Africa to save money, or
no? I think she said she just visited. I think they probably did some. Maybe it's the anniversary. It looked like they're renewing their vows. Something. It looks like that. Who knows? Like
ducking the feds. Let me know. So
I don't know, because Cardi B definitely said deposit her check if you want to flex, because she is the best. She ain't gonna take nothing less.
Well, what I can respect about Tasha K is she's not letting it break her down. She's getting that money up, and she gonna do what she got to do. So thanks to Cleo, Ray, Sweet Pea, Yvette, Just Simply. Thank you, Ranty, for coming on.
Yes, who else is here? Cleo. Oh, Cleo, that church, Karen Church.
So tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we'll be back. 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be back for Married to Medicine. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. I am Shady B, and that is Mace Monroe, and we will see y'all tomorrow.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.